As the global population ages, the number of people aged 60 and older is estimated to reach 2 billion by 2050. This increase in the older population heightens the concern about elder abuse and neglect. Elder abuse is a global public health, human rights, and criminal justice problem. In our local communities, it is not uncommon to read horrifying stories of our elderly becoming victims of physical, emotional, and even sexual abuse. Kogi Govender, a social worker at the Iron Benevolent Home for over 13 years and a caregiver of the elderly, is testament to the horrors that they face in our community on a daily basis.
I think, when we look at our community, it's unsafe at the moment for the elderly. When they suffer from memory loss, when they are isolated alone at home, you find most of them are staying alone at home. Their children, their grandchildren have all moved off to greener pastures. You don't blame them as well. They go where the work is and where the money is as well. And they have to, when they get married, they move on with their own little families. And you find when they leave the homes, it's an empty nest syndrome in terms of the elderly. They're staying alone, they can't cook for themselves, they're isolated, they cannot even visit the neighbors, go to the hospital, they cannot do anything for themselves.
According to Govender, elderly abuse inflicted on family is far more common than we think. This is caused by stigma and ignorance when it comes to the elderly and elderly mental illness.
Embarrassment is something that the family members feel. I've seen it. I've seen the fact that, they wouldn't even want families to sit with them where the elderly will spill, the peas on the table or spill food down, and they feel embarrassed in front of the friends and things like that. And it's not everybody. When we're talking about stigmas, this is one of the things, embarrassment, ignorance of the fact that when someone has a loss of memory, it's attention-seeking behavior where it's not, they need TLC, they need to be, taken to the bath and be told and be helped with saying, let me groom you, let me comb your hair, right? Let me dress you in a new dress or in a new shirt and pants. Let me help you go to the toilet. Do you know how impatient some members of our community are? They wouldn't want to even take the elderly to the toilet. So when they mess themselves, you have them getting screamed at, shouted at, verbally abused. And sometimes, I need to tell you, our mothers and fathers come in with cuts and bruises, sometimes with broken limbs as well.
Nearly all of the aged under Governor's care were either orphans from a young age or were abandoned by their families. A great number of them suffer from dementia, Alzheimer's, and depression. Many of them need intense therapy and psychological care. While there are laws in South Africa that are there to ensure the safety of our aged, is it enough? Story compiled by Nasya Khan, Rising Sun, Chatsworth.